Yes, sir. Y'all already know who it is. Y'all know where we at. It's your boy MP here as always. And thank y'all for tuning in to another wonderful, exciting, explicitly just for you episode of LFTC Podcast. Of course, I got my man to the right,
Mr. Gray.
And the lady of the couch,
Candice Joy.
And as always, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button if you are new to the YouTube page, watching us on there, you know, HD size, you feel me? That's what she said.
HD size?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what she said. Can you do a that's what you said to your own joke?
Yeah.
Thank you. That's what she said. And if you are an audio listener and you love to just ride through traffic, ride on your bike, do a jog, and listen to some motherfuckers give you some of that raw, you feel me? Make sure you subscribe to us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, and Spotify for all your listening pleasures. And also our social media handles. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at LFTC Podcast, on that Twitter so we can get them tweets going at LFTC_podcast. I just want to slow down, you know what I'm saying? Get motherfuckers amped up and shit. And without further ado, we finna get right into what we finna. First of all, I'm gonna make sure everybody's good. How is everybody feeling?
I'm feeling awesome.
And like I said, she's finna be right on top of that goddamn.
You, Michael. Just for that, I'm back there.
No,
so even when I get close, I won't be like, huh?
No, but I have no this. All right, so I'm gonna just explain.
She's choking the mic.
She's choking the mic, and I knew she was gonna do it. She's like, I'm gonna be very conscious. I'm like, no. Once you start talking,
hey,
you're
fine,
vibing.
okay.
So for people that like when I make these statements, so like when we do our little audio, I'm checking the level so we can be clear, coherent. You know what I'm saying, for you all to listen to us too. And Candice just has a very soft, delicate voice that you must extend the volume range to catch it. And every time I tell her to talk, she's in her one position. It says never, I'm not going to go up on the mic. And I'm like, okay. And so with me, I realize she's going to always choke the mic. Not how you nasty people are thinking. But so I made sure.
How are they thinking, Mike?
Hey,
y'all the ones who was being nasty when I first said it.
What you mean? Oh, well, yeah, true, fact.
A lot of pots and kettles.
What?
Pot calling the kettle black.
Pot calling the kettle.
Right.
Oh, okay,
I
got
always
you.
just shorten it and
You
say a lot
ain't
of pots
shortening.
and
You
kettles.
2020 abbreviated that. You BRB that one.
She was like pots, kettles.
Sorry, pots and kettles.
I always say it's a lot of pots and kettles.
Okay, I was
We're
like,
gonna be walking outside. Kettle's gonna be like crack back.
Yeah, I leave. What?
Wait, I don't know what crack back.
Don't step on the
Step on the
crack.
crack back.
See? Yep, I am. Now I am. Sure will.
Pots and kettles. All right. Glad everybody's good. Hope everybody that's listening and viewing, y'all feeling good. And y'all joining us on this couch. And y'all finna get this good-ass conversation we about to drop into. Because we finna discuss right now telling our significant other of past sexual partners.
Wait, hold on.
That was too much.
No, I mean, we gotta, let's just visit that statement. There's a lot there.
There's a lot there.
Okay, let's
Unfold,
unfold.
unravel.
Shall you?
Shall we? Okay. Shall we?
No, should you?
Should you? Okay.
Tell
just ego to
your
everything
current
you do.
partner
Tell your current partner. Well,
about past sexual partners. Now here's the thing. Now that's
wait, what was
that's
different
I'm
from what
saying.
I said?
No, but that's what I'm saying. There's so many ways that you could take what you said. That's why I'm saying I wanted to say it again so we could unpack it. Where it's like, is it the person that you're with, are they a all the way partner? Like, are they boyfriend, girlfriend? Are they someone you're talking to?
Yeah,
is it
it's
like,
levels.
you know what I'm saying? There's levels. And then
who did you mean when you-
as far as your past, are you saying like just boyfriend and girlfriends, people you slept with, people you kind of slept with
literally
multiple
people
times.
You slept with, right?
Had sex with, yeah.
Sex.
Well,
Right.
I mean,
So-
okay.
I mean,
Okay.
you know, is it one night? Are you telling him about one night stands?
Okay, and see,
Right,
that's
we
the
gotta get into
topic though. The
That's
topic
that's
is.
what we
I
gotta,
know. That's why I was
gonna-
opening that up.
Oh, we gonna definitely. I'm always gonna open it up. Like, that's the only way I
That's
get
what
in.
she said.
I definitely. She better have said that because that's how I get in. It's by opening it up.
I mean, sometimes you want to bust through the door Kool-Aid man style, you know?
Nah.
No,
yeah.
no, they don't like that.
I mean, if I do a strong loogie spit, then yeah, that was too much again.
All right.
But no, okay. So
It
for
just has to be expected.
okay,
that's all.
so
Right.
that's exactly what she said.
Consent.
As long
Consent.
as
the word.
oh, you right. Got to be consentful. I'm always consentful. But okay, to
Consentful?
consentful.
That's not a word.
Okay.
Fuck y'all.
But it's okay. I knew what you meant.
Look, we're gonna be consentful when we do our ESP. So, and if you missed our last episode, ESP is emotional sexual pleasure. So
Oh,
we out
thanks for
here,
the
yes,
reminder
we-
because I
Tie that in
forgot.
pretty well.
Yes.
Hey,
pretty
Yes.
I know how to
I'm
tie
not gonna lie.
shoes out here,
Get
so I
that
can run
tatted.
around
Let
these
that be your
niggas. You
first
feel me?
tattoo.
That's wow. You just gonna expose a nigga over 30 no tats? Okay, that's how I did this myself. But back to the point. Yeah, we. Yeah.
You didn't know that?
Yeah. Okay, since you just brought it up to us, Kansas just found out, and she just realized that Tommy Lister, aka Tiny, from as we all know from the movie Fridays, aka Debo, has passed away on the day of this recording, which is when we recorded on Thursday. So
Thursday,
passed away.
December
So
10th.
rest in peace to Debo, Mr. Lester. Thank you for being Debo. You made a motherfucker.
A lot of other roles too, you know.
I mean, I just
We
try
knew
to keep it.
Yeah, we knew you as Debo, but
Yeah.
you know, we definitely want to appreciate his other work too.
Oh no, I appreciate any actor in the field, in this industry field. Like, he did his work. He was a consistent worker. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying. You did, but it's like you get that one role, and it's like, I know people hate that, but it's like
No, I had actually talked about that when. Nice. I had actually talked about that.
do not bang on the table because the mic. Okay,
Y'all,
what are you
I'm
saying?
so
What are you
sorry.
saying? What are you saying?
She was operating the camera, so I'll give her some slack.
Wait, before you get into that,
Yeah.
I just want to do a quick promo shout out. This hoodie I got on, looking fresh, fly. A young black small business owner in Texas. YB Ordinary is his brand.
Yeah.
Okay, you can follow him on Instagram at YB_ordinary. Cool guy, up and coming clothing designer. So make sure y'all follow him on YB_ordinary on Instagram. Cop the merch. Comfortable as hell right now because I'm very. I ain't even gonna lie. This is a
It looks
comfortable-
nice. It looks
very
nice.
comfortable
Looks
hoodie.
like
Of course,
a
it's
nice
the
hoodie.
maroon for
Right.
one of the greatest HBCUs in the world, Alabama A&M. So.
Shout them out.
Hey, look. Since we doing that,
all day.
I also have on a friend's merchandise. This lovely
yeah.
graphic tee here by Bunny Hood. This is Bunny Hood merch. She is actually, X. It's _X Hunter Gamma on Twitter. Okay,
She got Morris code for
right.
a
Yeah,
damn
no. I
Instagram
mean,
name.
she loves anime, so that is a reference to, I believe, one of her favorite anime characters and or shows, if I'm not mistaken. But she does incredible work, as you see. This wonderful tee. She has plenty of other things, but on Teespring, she is Bunny Hood, so it's very easy.
I mean, at the end of the day, we're gonna
yeah.
put these
We'll put
titles
all the
and the
info
links and
and stuff,
everything, so
yeah,
y'all
with
can
links.
catch on here and everything like
yeah.
that. So,
My
go.
turn. I am wearing thrift store
Now she don't talk on the mic.
fashion. The top and the bottoms, and then my socks and my headband is from the 99-cent store.
Well, the key here
The key is
was
to promote
shouting out
small
people that
business.
we know or know to support.
The 99 cent
weren't,
store.
like,
They're like
saying
on the
what we
stock
were
market.
wearing.
Okay, forget I said the 99-cent store. The thrift.
She want to give your money to the man,
Right, like we trying to hook people that's up and coming. Yeah.
We try.
Yeah, I got
like
this
Sammy
from
is a young
Aldi's.
black single mom. You know.
Damn, you just really made her shit sound.
No,
bad.
she wants y'all to know that she like. Listen, I'm a single mom. I gotta.
No,
feed
no.
my
I mean,
kid,
I
you know what
believe
I'm
that,
saying?
but you just made Candice promoting 99 cent
no.
store to the single
I just,
black
you
mom.
know.
Y'all
Candace,
skipped
I'm
over
just
the
playing.
thrift store part.
Yeah,
Wait,
but
the thrift
store is
store,
owned
thrift
by,
store?
like Salvation Army.
that's
They're like
they're a business.
the man.
Business.
Okay.
You talking about
I
somebody?
don't
Wasn't
even
on
know.
topic.
I don't even know. Salvation.
I just didn't have anything on anything. I'm gonna wear
that's
something
cool.
next time.
Yeah. See.
I mean, I don't wear some shit all the
I
time.
know.
I mean,
I just
whatever
wanted to
happened.
join in. one too. I just felt
Sometimes you
left
gotta be
out.
left out. You gotta be left out, Candice. Can't
Sorry,
be a part of
y'all.
everything.
I ruined it.
It's all right. That's what women do. But
Anywho, let's go back to the topic.
So back to the topic again. So yes, but rest in peace to Mr. List. That's where we was at.
Yes.
Prayers to his family and friends. Sorry for the loss, man. And I want to get to the topic, but I always say this. It's crazy that when we pay our respects to the dead and we see these things on our social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and then like I always say this, I will see this on Instagram and slide up, and it's a comedy, it's a sketch, and it just show you where
like as far as like what they show for their work.
No. It's our emotions, like how our attention goes from, for the most part, where, man, Tiny just passed, and then I slide up and it's a sketch.
Are you seeing the next? You saying the next thing
And
that
it's
you're
like,
fed?
Yes,
But
it's
something
not,
else other than the death.
right? But it's not in a bad way. But it's like almost coherent to life, where it's like that change of emotion and a feeling and effect that we have to go through.
Well, I
Just
mean,
the fact that the world doesn't stop.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
But
But we experience it so quickly.
Especially this day and age.
right,
Of
and that's
information,
and that's what I was saying. Like, it's like, dang, and it's not,
Sensory
and it's like,
overload.
and it's like, I'm not. It's like you're not being disrespectful, but it's like I do have to overcome this moment in time eventually.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And but to each his own at how they deal with death and life, how they took
Yeah.
it. But it's just amazing. But to the point at hand, so. Damn, we only been 10 minutes. I just feel like we've been talking for like 15, 20.
Nah,
We only been
Don't
10.
jinx it.
Don't jinx
Right.
it. All right, cool.
because we still got a lot to talk about.
Okay.
Get to
So, topic at hand. Telling the person we are dating or in a relationship, however you like to give the name of you all's relationship, about past sexual encounters with people. So, to start off, okay. So, the reason I brought this up, talking to a friend, and they brought up that they told their partner about a past sexual encounter. But the encounter was so long ago. Like, it was like 10, 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, why would you?
That's a long time.
I'm like, why would
10,
you bring that
15
up?
years.
You know?
Yeah.
And also, they just brought it up. Like, it wasn't asked to them about the person. They just decided to bring it up out of respect. And
So they both knew the person. It's like somebody they
no.
both know or something?
No. My friend knew the person, but the other person didn't. But they decided to just bring it up.
I'm
So,
confused.
okay. So, my friend, he was with his girl, and his girl seen an old fling he had, an old sexual partner.
But where I think the most important thing in this explanation probably is how the girl saw the old fling, because it just, in that case, the explanation
How the guy?
or what?
How the guy seen the old fling?
Okay, so your friend,
He's with this girl,
right?
and he sees an old fling, and he tells his girl about that they did it, that they had sex before.
So the
He
girl,
sees- Now
his
listen,
new girl,
he
met,
sees it with, like, he sees her like in person.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yes. So let me just get the story out. So he was like, yes, I decided, I told him, and which made me, I was like, why? So I wanted to bring that out here to the couch. You know what I'm saying? And discussed it. So, and again, like you said, we can peel it back. So let's start off one.
Did you ask him why?
I did, but I don't want to get
I
into
want to know
the-
his answer.
Okay, I don't want to get into. I don't want to get. I don't want to. You know what I'm saying?
so much to say.
Okay.
Go,
Listen,
continue.
listen. So, when I heard it, this is me. First thing when it comes to that, I do believe that there must be communication and
Most definitely.
and knowledge of one's life. When it comes to past sexual partners, I've always felt that unless just like you ask me, I would tell you. But I always look at somebody's going to exclude some things because it's some sexual experiences you're like, it wasn't like, oh, I need to tell somebody that I get serious about. You know, I always say that unless it's a relationship or like it was a long relationship, there was love involved, there was like some strong feelings. Besides that, because you're gonna have sex with people that at that moment that's what they fed for you. That's what they fed your sexual urges at those moments. You get what I'm saying? So I did ask, and I was like, why would you openly? Okay, question one. How do you feel about openly telling your partner, like if you was in that situation, telling your partner that you had a sexual ESP, we're gonna say ESP, sexual encounter with that person, just off bat?
Well, was his girlfriend mad?
No.
So what's the issue?
No,
there's no issue.
But and that's the thing is that, and that's why I'm just so very.
I think it just
confused.
depends on the relationship.
Yeah.
So
what's y'all view? How do y'all feel about that in general? Not that particular situation, but in general about.
I'm sorry. I gotta speak on what I feel about that situation, because it's just that one is odd in particular to me. And no offense to your friend, but it's just for me. It's like if there was no reason, like. You are then telling on yourself at that point. You know what I mean? Okay. Because I run into somebody, you know what I mean? Happenstance. You feel me? I run into somebody in the middle of the street. I don't go out on a date with them. I just see them. Like, even if at that moment we say, hey, what you doing right now? You want to grab a coffee? Sure. Yeah. I sit down and have a coffee with them. If it's to the point where I feel like it jeopardizes my relationship in some way, that's the only reason that I'm going to sit my significant other down and be like, all right, so this person that I ran into randomly today that I had no control over, we had sex 10 years ago. Like, what? Like, first of all,
and the way you're explaining it is so different, though, because these people were in the same area. See?
All three of them saw the girl. Both
of them saw her at the same time.
They were all at the same area.
And then he just turned and was like, I had sex with her 10 years ago.
I don't know verbatim.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
He might still just be attracted to her or something. It might have been a guilt thing, or it was a thing where it's like not a big deal. Like, yeah, I fucked her 10 years ago. Like,
and that is still.
How would y'all do it? How would y'all be in that situation?
What would you do if you were the guy, Gary?
Unless
it
was
that's what you was explaining, right?
Yeah, I think unless it was like you had said, unless it was somebody that was a big part of my life, where it was like I loved this person, right. I talked about the future with this person, or even if it wasn't to the point where I was in a serious relationship, and even if it was a consistent like fuck buddy, you know what I mean? Then I would be like, all right, I need to tell you something, because this is somebody that I had an extended sexual past with. In that case, unless, like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like even then it's really borderline. Like, I wouldn't even need to say anything unless I had some reason to be like, let me put her on notice real quick. Because in that, like I said, right then you're telling on yourself, or you telling on girl. Right. Because then you are now preemptively setting up collateral damage control, where you're like, all right, just in case some shit pop off, I gotta tell you something. And see, like then that's why I say you're telling on yourself, regardless whether or not, you know what I'm saying, the situation is different. So in that case, that's the only reason I would end up saying something is if I know this person is going to make my current partner's life a living hell because they now know my involvement with them, or unless I feel like my current partner is now in danger as far as my attraction to them because this person is now back into the picture. Other than that, it's, hey, yeah, that's my old friend.
And I 100.
That's that.
Would you...
I 100% agree with you.
Some people would consider that, but you're keeping that from her intentionally.
Keeping what from her?
That
because
y'all fucked.
Does that mean then she's owed to all the information in my life?
Not necessarily. I'm just playing.
Thank you.
Not necessarily. Right. That's where it's kind of like it's like so that means like that means I have to tell you about every single
exactly because then now I have to go ahead and roll out your body count if I have to then tell you about every person that I run into that I had sex with, and that's why I say the stipulation is those two things. If they were significant enough in my life to be like they changed who I was in some way as a person, I grew to the person that I am today that you see before me now because negatively or positively this person, whether or not I learned from them or whether or not we departed, amicably and I just became a better person. Either I'll tell you then, Or, like I said before, the sexual case, unless that person is there go start some shit, or I'm going to start some shit because this person is now in my life. Those are the only reasons. Because why would I need to tell you?
What would you do, Missy? You with your man.
If one, I would only like need to know if it was like something like Gary said. If it was like a one-off type thing, or you just, if it like if you don't care, I don't care.
No,
you know
okay,
what I mean?
Okay.
And
Put
so,
you in
like,
a situation.
but if it's something, that's what I'm saying. Like, if he don't care enough about this person to tell me, then I don't care. Now, if I'm like, you probably like fucked her, didn't you, or something, and he lies.
But what would make
then
you
that's an issue. Because you be funny. Like, if you out with your bitch and she see, if you out with your girl,
the line
and
she
and y'all run into a dude that she used to like be with or fuck or whatever, and then y'all like, hey, what's up, and then y'all walk away, and you just jokingly or seriously just be like, did y'all used to fuck or something? And she lies and says no, then that's an issue.
But that's not unsolicited information though. So that's a completely different situation than what we talking about.
Right. That's my exception is what I'm saying.
Okay. So
like say
this.
It's kind of the same situation because you're meeting someone from the past.
Okay.
Obviously, if the other person asks,
if you
then
ask, that's
it's that's a different scenario.
That's totally different.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the only thing that would make it more serious.
Okay.
But
say
because
for instance,
if it's not brought up, then.
Okay, so you with your guy, and you see a guy you used to have ESP with, sexual encounter with, and would you openly tell? Would you just out? Would you just Well, when I say openly, I'm not like public, but you get what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Tell him that you had sex with that person.
Yes.
Just randomly, even if he doesn't.
Not randomly.
That's what I'm saying. If he doesn't ask you,
but maybe randomly.
Huh?
I mean, it just depends. I mean,
exactly.
It kind of depends.
And like I said, depending is on what though? It's probably on whether that person is serious enough to you to tell that guy. Because if it was just a fling, probably not gonna say nothing.
And then also like, because I'm also the type to be like, if we out and I see somebody who maybe I had sex with like once or twice, and they're an associate now. We all have like people like that in our lives. That's an easy like, I've had sex with him like a couple times in college type thing, and then that's it.
But so you just tell him?
Yeah, you just tell him, but it's not because it's not a big deal. You know what I mean? I'm explaining. To me, it's the equivalent of like you see an old roommate. It's like, oh yeah, we used to room in college. Type thing.
So yours is kind of like on both ends of the spectrum.
Just because the subject is there, that's how we know each other.
Okay, so yours is like on the both ends of the spectrum, whereas like if it's in the middle, you don't really tell them, but like if it's like not serious at all, you might say it, but then and then you might say it if it's
if it's in
like
the middle,
really
I would tell them too.
Okay, but this is my thing.
Because I'm just saying like.
No,
I'm just
you're
saying.
You're gonna tell them regardless.
Nothing.
That's what I'm asking.
That's what I'm saying. Like. The past is the past, right? And so, like, if we're secure in what we're doing, why does it matter if I tell you a random versus even someone who I loved till the end of time?
I mean, that's not the
like,
question.
Why
we're
does
asking.
it? That's what I'm saying, and then I'm telling y'all that's my logic. Like, why would it matter?
So it's a coin flip.
It doesn't matter if you're on this end of the spectrum or this end of the spectrum. Either way, the past is the past, and so I would tell you because. That's the relationship to that person. That's how I know that person.
So it's just up in the air for you whether or not
how you feeling at the moment.
It's just how you
basically
feeling. That's what you're trying to say.
No, I'm saying regardless, it doesn't matter how I feel. I'm saying I would say something. Whether I'm drunk, whether I'm
regardless.
Yeah.
That's what we
I said that. That's the first thing I said.
Oh, okay.
I said yeah. Y'all asked, I said yeah, and then I went into my explanation.
No.
I did.
Just asked, do you think that you basically are saying you would tell him, because you said first, you was like, it really depends on sort of the seriousness, like, and then you kind of switched and went back, and you was like, actually, I probably would tell him, even if it was like a regular whatever thing, because then I feel like it's not serious. So then in my head, I was like, okay, so both ends of the spectrum. And then I asked you, I was like, okay, so if you're going to tell him whether he not serious, and then you're going to tell him whether he really serious, then in the middle, if it was like we dated for a while, then that's the toss up. And you was like, no, I'm going to tell him in the middle too.
So how do you like know the... So clearly I had to like talk it out. But I mean, I just feel like at the end of the day, it doesn't matter whether you didn't like them at all or you loved them. The past is the past. So it shouldn't be a reason why not to, I guess.
Okay, so
I see what you're saying there.
No,
right?
And I'm glad. Okay,
saying
so you're
saying it's not like you're about to run into every person you had sex with every single day, and then you know what I mean. It's like,
so what you're saying is, if that situation was to occur for you, you would tell your partner about the sexual encounter you had with that person.
Yes.
Okay, and.
Question. Sorry.
Okay, wait.
Yeah, continue. But I have a quick question.
And damn, you fucked me up because what she said, I wanted to piggyback off of it because she made a point. But what was your question?
My bad. No, I was trying to. Damn, I think I forgot mine now.
Well, let me get my point.
Go.
So with me, I would not do it. This will probably bring out the point I wanted to get off hers and yours. Sure. So with me, in that situation, I'm probably not gonna if I'm with my girl and she speaks to someone I had a sexual encounter with, I'm not gonna openly tell her about what me and that person did because it's unnecessary. Especially like if it's 5 years, 10 years, it's unnecessary. It's like, why? Because my thing is, you didn't exist in my life at that point in time. Mm-hmm. Your presence wasn't there. And I will feel the same way with hers. Like granted, I don't mind if she likes to bring it up. Like, I don't, like, whatever in the past. Because I wasn't there. I didn't exist in your life at that time. So your thought process of me was non-existent. So, you get what I'm saying? So
what's ironic is we feel the same way, but you're saying why, and I'm just saying, why not? You see what I'm saying? Like,
and I get the why
it's
not.
So unnecessary. So my answer is why not?
And
because yours is like, well, why?
And my why.
So either way, it's still the same thing. You know what I mean?
But the thing is the reason I wouldn't do it is to go off what Gary said.
Prevent some trouble.
It prevents. In my thinking, if I tell you that, you're gonna probably say the relationship that we have would now be on look to see how we interact with each other.
I have a question. I have a question to both of you. I have a question to both of you. It's mostly the Candice though. Okay. Do any of your past sexual relationships have any bearing on your current relationship? For you and for you?
No.
Okay. So then your question of why not is precisely that. Why do you have to tell him if that sexual relationship?
I don't have to.
But that's my point.
Me choosing to, it doesn't matter either.
I feel like the why not is way less valid than the why. Because the why not, if you say why not, then you're basically saying that your partner has access to unsolicited information. Now, like I said, asking the question is a completely different.
No, I'm not saying my partner has access. I'm saying I can control the access. So if I choose to, then yeah, I'm not saying
right,
that.
But if you're saying the question of why not, then you're basically posing the question of why wouldn't you tell them, thus saying you should or implying that you should. And so therefore,
I'm trying to remember if I hit the record button. I think I did.
I hope you did. Should I go over and check?
Yeah, just go check. I'm sorry, guys. I kind of, I had a brain fart. Okay, good.
That's what I say, because we definitely welcome that one, not that one.
So when it comes to that, that's what I'm saying is for instance, when you see that person, right? And again, if that person does not have any influence on your relationship, i.e., it's not someone that your partner knows or your partner was involved with or anything like that, when it comes to bad things or family or something that, like, for instance, like a friend that she don't like, then that's when you would say, oh, damn, that's her. well, I slept with her. That's when that unsolicited information then becomes vital, or it becomes something that you should tell your partner. That's when it becomes the why not, because if you don't tell her, then you must be hiding something. Why not tell her? That's when your question, I feel, becomes more valid. But in the case that we're talking about, bless you beforehand, in that case that you're talking about, I feel like offering that up simply because you feel like, you know, like, oh, well, if I ran into somebody and, you know, I had a sexual past with them, I feel like there isn't a reason that I shouldn't tell my partner. And I feel like there's more reasons that you shouldn't than reasons that you should, because like I said, that whole I'm just going to tell you, that automatically then also you run into the danger of putting your partner at risk of getting used to that, getting used to I'm now basically giving you all parts of my past, whether or not they have anything to do with you. Because
possibly,
like
but possibly not.
True, but I mean, it also
depends on the relationship.
But that's why I say
right,
the asking
you know,
is
like,
the question is the key. That's why I said it is a completely different thing, because if the questions come, then that is when you are doing your service as a partner. Like when you said, like, you know, if that's the type of relationship you're in, if that's the type of relationship you're in where your partner should know that, then they're probably going to ask you the question. Does that make sense? You see what I'm saying? And if you're not in a relationship where that's vital, then you probably won't have the question get asked to you, and then therefore you offering up the unsolicited information is now solely dependent on whether or not you feel like it is, bless you, whether or not you feel like it is going to be something that changes the course of your relationship.
If y'all were out with y'all's girl and y'all and she saw, you know, one of her exes or faux exes, fexes.
Okay.
What's your? You want her to tell you what's
now?
Up?
See, this is where
Do
the
you
exes.
Want her to just keep it?
But see, this is the thing
matter?
with the exes thing. If our relationship, we've got some years, we've talked, I would know the significant exes of her life. Where if I see them, I already know who they are.
Okay, it's someone that you didn't know.
Now, if I don't know this person, this person is probably
like the
just
scenario.
Okay, right. No, I get it.
You're the girl though.
I get it. Okay, so I get it. So it's if this is a significant ex that you, when we had our conversation, when we spoke about our past relationships with significant people, then it's like, oh, why you didn't want to tell me about this guy or something? Mm-hmm. And 9 times out of 10, it probably would be the person lives like fucking 900 miles away, the chances, which I can get. So, but yeah, the chances of how me meeting an ex that is like a significant part of our life, it would be very slim, because we've already probably had this discussion about people in our lives that were very important to us emotionally, that we had sex with and a relationship with. So this person 9 times out of 10 will probably be like, oh damn, I can't believe, and it's probably an old flame, which is like, okay, we had an old flame, especially as you get up, like after 25 to 30, you're gonna have some old flames. If you travel all the time, you go into college and party.
What is your answer?
He just said it.
I just said it.
You wanted to tell you.
No, he said
if she says this is an ex, I'm gonna be like, why you?
Sorry.
No, okay. If we out and she's like, oh, this is one of my exes, I'm gonna be like, what? Why you? Okay. I mean, I don't pull stunts in public. I wait till in private to discuss things. But I'm gonna be like, why you didn't want to tell me about this person? You know what I'm saying? So
I'm confused. So if it's your ex, you don't got to.
No, it's for both parties.
But no, that's why he explained it that way.
We've already had this discussion about our exes.
But here, and that's what you missed, was the second part to her question was take that part out and just basically have
if it's just a person you have sex with?
Where it's a scenario like how we had on the flip side, where it was somebody that
I'm like, all right, cool.
You know, I had somebody that she had sex with, and it was 10, 15 years ago.
What your response would be? I'm asking, would you want her
to
tell you about a stranger, if it wasn't someone.
Gotcha. Okay, so this is my thinking. This is my thinking.
He still answered it in a way.
Okay, but no, I get it. This is my thinking, and this is where I think this is where you got to get deep into the mental process of it. My mind has no knowledge, so therefore I'm not in the moment of thinking that. So while you ask me this now, I'm gonna say no, because I at that moment not thinking about that. being brought up or me even asking that question.
Okay, so second question, follow-up question.
So it's no.
Say no, you don't care. You don't need to know. Mm-hmm. That's your answer. Or no, you want her to tell you.
I don't know. I don't want. Okay. Okay. So again, knowing me, I do not care. So no.
You can't care. You can't miss what you don't know. You can't care
right.
about what you
so
don't know.
I don't.
So okay, follow-up question. Say 3 weeks later, she like, remember when we was and we saw blah blah blah. Yeah, I ain't say nothing because it was kind of weird, but like we like fucked. Would you feel the way that she didn't say anything then?
And the only reason I'm gonna feel some type of way, a little bit, because I know how I am, and I know if we in a relationship with me, you got to know how blunt I am and how I am as a person, and so therefore, she should feel comfortable to tell me in that moment that they had a fling at that moment, because that relationship has already been established about us communicating like that. Because now if you bring it up 3 weeks later, it's like you had to think about it for a minute, and then you like, yeah, you remember that? Because now you randomly bring it up, and depending on
what if
whenever,
it's not random? What if
you just said 3 weeks later?
But what if y'all are talking about something and it's not random?
But see, it's random
because
to me.
This is also my follow-up question. So you said if you were, your friend and it was a chick who, didn't matter, you wouldn't say anything, right? Mm-hmm. So say 3 weeks later, for some reason it comes up. And you tell her.
But you're adding a whole bunch of...
This is a follow-up question. I'm basically asking him the same thing. I'm
and
just putting him on the other side because I'm trying to just see.
No. Now it's extra.
On the follow-up question, I'm putting him on the other side. I'm not putting him on the other side on the original question. On the follow-up question.
So again, if you just randomly 3 weeks later bring this guy up, then I'm like, and it's random. I'm like, why are you?
Then it's like you're keeping something from me.
Correct.
But what if she's not? What if it's literally like how y'all said, like it's not important, but then I don't know for some reason.
And that's why I said in the beginning, our relation, how I am. If you're dealing with me, you're gonna know how I am, and I will know how you are. Well, you will feel comfortable to bring that up at that moment if you're gonna bring it up.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me answer this.
I agree.
Because I want to go to another one.
I concur.
That first question is basically the flip side. Like I said, what I said still stands as far as what I would do, and the same thing what I would want my woman to do. If it's not somebody significant, if it didn't change your life in any kind of way, like I said, when it came to changing who you are as a person, for good or bad, and if it wasn't somebody that's triggering, like an abuser or anything like that, and it wasn't, somebody that's close to me in a way where it's like, oh, damn, I didn't know you know him, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. 10, 15 years, please, honestly, don't. Yeah. Please don't.
It's like throwaway information.
I don't need, and that's what I meant by like the unsolicited information, because now you told me, and now every time I see this nigga, that's all I'm thinking about, because that's how you introduced him.
And I know how you are.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know how you are. And so like everything, you will have so many details known that they do bring you like, what?
I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? So like, exactly like how you said, as far as if you're with somebody for a certain amount of time.
Yes, this is a person you've been with for a minute. This ain't no new stuff. You know
their exes, such and such.
So that wouldn't annoy you if you like saw that person, but the random person would annoy you?
What are you saying? No, this is a random person. That's what I'm saying. If the only way that it's even remotely in my mind that she needs to say something to me, if it's not a random person, if it's a random person,
but you just said like if she's giving you unsolicited information about some random, then you would be like, why? And I feel like
and then I would question it, because if it's truly a random person,
so you would question the fact that it's not that it's like not truly
of course,
random,
because you're offering that information up, and I didn't ask. Right. You feel me? Because in my head,
basically like somebody you didn't tell me about,
right? Because I don't have
should have.
Right. Here's the thing: I don't have anything to do with your past relationships.
Gotcha.
Like Mike said, before you got into my life, I don't care unless he has some connection to me. I don't want to know. Why do I want to fill my head with all the dudes that touched you before me? I don't want to. No, sorry, thanks. You know what I mean? So like for me, it's like I know just like women don't want any guy to sit on the first, second, third, or 30th date and be like rattling off all the girls he fucked. So therefore, no, I don't want to meet a guy. Like I said, unless he is that sort of change, then yeah, I'll go ahead. And then with your question, your secondary question of say something a couple weeks later. Like I said, that's a completely different situation because then, again, it seems more like this is information that you had the chance to say that you didn't, and then it becomes held information that is more in tune with your question of when you said the person asked. Mm-hmm. So it's like that's kind of what I put in the same vein where it's like, all right, you had the chance to say something if this was somebody, and now you are saying it. So then what I say is, okay, in that time from when you could have said something to now, that was guilt. And therefore now you had to speak up to say something because if it truly didn't matter whether or not y'all had sex on top of the Eiffel Tower, you wouldn't need to tell me.
That's something I need to know.
No,
you had sex on the Eiffel Tower with somebody else, I would feel away. Because if I took you there, and I think it's special, and in your mind you're like, well, I'm
shit, it's special for me. That's all that matters.
Hey, right.
I ain't do it. You did it, cool.
But I mean, you know, unknown, and you don't know what you don't know either. So it's like
I just feel
okay.
So don't ever learn of it later.
Right.
That's when it hurts the most. You know, that's when it sucks.
Yeah. The later stuff definitely is like, damn. Well, I wish I would have known that.
It's funny thing is like and maybe I'm just a weird. I already know I'm odd with shit, but like I have no problem when a girl talks to me about like if our conversation is going and she brings up maybe past.
Oh yeah, I don't either. If it's in the flow of conversation,
I don't mind. I'm like,
no, I'm just talking about willy nilly. Like when you're
yeah.
sitting there and you know what I'm saying, you see something on TV and you be like, oh, that reminds me of my.
That's not okay. That's not okay. If we're talking about
sex
that's
and
nothing
like
and past and what we done did and all that,
and you like, damn, this one time I want to try such and such and such and such, and you say like, oh, with my ex one time we did. I don't care. That's totally fine. I'm not gonna get upset or
it's
nothing.
Like, all right, we'll teach me.
Because in my head, I'm like, okay, let me see if I can do that.
That's basically it. Okay,
that's healthy.
So now we finna do a quickie.
It's very healthy.
Let's have some fun. So
gotta do a quickie, huh?
Yeah, man. It's so
brown chicken, brown cat.
Okay, what was right in my head? Okay, when is the approach? Okay, do you all tell you all's partner a very close, accurate amount of your sexual encounters? Do you, or do you think it's appropriate to?
With anyone that I've ever had a faux relationship or real relationship, it's never come up. Like numbers wise, it's never come up.
That's why I said approximately. So some
because I don't be asking, because that ain't. For one, I don't really want to know, and I always assume every man has like very high numbers, you know, which is fine.
I do the same thing.
And then also, you know, the older single people get, your numbers are just bound to just go up. Unless you just constantly backtracking, you know what I'm saying, or you're celibate.
Re-rocks.
Or you're celibate, which is what a lot of women do to avoid. A lot of women, you know, backtrack and practice celibacy and stuff just to literally avoid getting their numbers up, which is, you know, it's not necessarily a good or bad thing. And you know, everybody lies.
I always say when women say I don't get my numbers up,
I don't never get asked. So
okay, but just to pick off that, the thing is you only want to know the numbers because you can lie to me.
You can lie.
That's what I'm saying.
All day.
Some people lie,
and we'll never.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't lie. I sell accurate amount. I haven't slept with a lot of people. So, well, considering my age.
Yeah.
I forgot, so I just put a ballpark figure.
You just stop counting after a certain part?
I throw a ballpark figure. I throw a ballpark figure out there to be appropriate.
Never mind.
I forgot.
It's just a ballpark figure. Because I have an algorithm. So I always go off the woman.
You gotta solve an equation to figure out your
No. I have a woman's body count algorithm. So what I do is I take.
It's like in 40-Year-Old Virgin. Right. 40-Year-Old Virgin, they said for guy, I think it was 40-Year-Old Virgin. I think was this 40-Year-Old Virgin or Superbad? It says like guy, you take away 3. And woman, you multiply it by 3.
No. See, I do it off. I do it off. I go off age. I go off single or parent.
Wait, are you? Whoa.
Hey,
Wait, your algorithm for guessing women's numbers? Does that matter? Oh, does that matter to y'all?
The numbers is higher.
No, I don't. But see, I'm like you. I put a number there because it's like there, and it's like just. And
but
then
it holds some type of judgment, though.
No,
not judgment, but it makes you make a decision about this person, whatever it may be.
I look at it like this: 9 times out of 10. And even if they probably don't, I'll just say most girls, I'm like, they gonna have bodies. And it's like, and again, this is why I do the algorithm, because it's like I look at this circle, their career circle, their friend circle, parent, not a parent, and then I just put the numbers together. I'm like,
so if they're a parent, you feel like their body count is higher.
So, but if
there's parents that had sex 5 times.
Now, if they're a parent, but they don't have, if they're fans, they don't have like friends that like kick it tough like that. They're not around a certain group of people that are like out like that. Then yeah, they're gonna it's a good chance they're gonna have a much lower body count. Yes, it's a lower body count. But
if they lower, okay,
yes, much lower body count. But if
I
they a
thought
parent,
you was gonna say that,
but they kick it like she got strong babysitter game. You know what I'm saying? Her friends kick like. She gonna have
so sexist, Mike.
Well, I have no problem with that. Hey, woman, get your freak on, do your thing.
I know, but it's like you can't say that because because they're a parent and they are still very active in social life that they have a higher body count.
It's a chance. And again, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I probably won't know.
So do you say the same for guys?
Yeah, guys too. I know motherfuckers that got 1,000 bodies.
See, I feel like it's for the opposite.
How do you
feel
even
like
get to 1,000?
I don't know, man.
Fucking nuts.
I know motherfuckers with hundreds, and I'm like, gee, that's a lot. That's a lot. So okay,
nowhere near that.
So no. All right. Damn, what was my other statement?
Oh shit! Well, I didn't answer the question. What was the question? It was a question, and like you answered.
No, you did answer. You said, what the fuck is the goddamn?
Oh no, it was body count. Something.
No, the right time.
Do you tell or
no? After that,
do you tell them your right count or approximate? You said no.
After that, you asked another question.
No, I didn't. This was
going
to be the next one.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't remember what the second.
We can
future.
Knock this out. We can get up out of here. So, all right. So basically, we're somewhere except for. Honestly, okay. We're in agreement. Basically, it's on a relationship basis as far as telling. But for the most part, we wouldn't just openly just tell our partner like, "Hey,
no."
Okay, cool. So, Jesus Christ,
and I don't want that information willy-nilly relayed to me either.
Would you want that information?
Like, would you like to see? And that's the thing. And here's the thing: we have to be okay. I feel
kind of like don't like if it's like I said. I only care if it's like, and if it's different from what you want to allow. No, I'm saying I'm giving you some more leeway. If it's different from what you want to allow, that's okay. Because I feel like we have to be. I feel like we get caught up in being like. I was about to say. But yeah. You have to be equal.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you don't. You absolutely do not.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if it's someone who you didn't care about, I don't care whether you do or you don't. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you choose to just say it.
Don't care about, you don't have to. Okay.
If it's someone you do care about, I need to know. Like all the scenarios y'all was saying. If it's somebody who y'all was saying y'all wouldn't say anything about, I don't care if he doesn't, and I don't care if he does. Like, it's because like Mike said, you don't know what you don't know. If he says it, cool. If he don't, then.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah, I feel that.
That's his choice.
Yeah, cool.
As long as it ain't as long as you're not is on some slick shit.
Right. And that's the thing is that
as long as y'all's not is not on some slick shit.
That's what unsolicited information always seems like.
Yeah, but it's only unsolicited if it's 3 weeks later. That's when it's
really slick. Then it's super slick. Then
that's why when you said, I'm like, well, you could have just told me this at the moment. I was shook the nigga hand like, hey, bro, we both.
If she said it, then it's not unsolicited. Then the conversation needs to happen afterwards.
What you mean?
Like you're saying.
You just said it. She tells me 3 weeks later.
No. You're saying it's unsolicited if she tells you right away, right?
Is both of them? Both scenarios is unsolicited if I don't ask.
And you feel like it shouldn't be unsolicited if she tells you, right? Because the person is unimportant. You're saying by her telling you, it then becomes like you questioning it, right?
Correct.
So then it's important.
If it's unsolicited.
Right.
That's when I question it. Right. Because if I ask, for instance, and you tell me,
yeah,
whether you said it was, now obviously depending on when we got together, if you said I had sex with him last week, I don't care. I asked you, you told me the truth. Cool, great, got it. But it's the 3 weeks later, you know, obviously that takes that out the way.
Yeah,
and then obviously if I don't ask and you just serve up this information, whether it's then or the 3 weeks later, both times I'm looking at you funny because I'm like,
has that ever happened to y'all?
what if it's
really?
something? What if it's?
oh, most
what if
definitely.
it's?
Oh, most definitely.
But what if
It's
it's
happening to
something like she felt like she had to tell you? Well, then it's.
But then, like I said, then I ask why. I ask why, and I'll be like for instance, I can always tell because it's happened to me multiple times, and I can always tell.
That incident might be the introduction of that ex that did X, Y, and Z.
But see, and that's the thing is that like at the case that Mike was saying, that's not it because they were already past all of that, and so that's what I'm saying. In that scenario, then it's automatically a problem.
So why did he tell her?
For me,
why did he tell her?
Out of respect.
So that's a good answer.
no.
I don't. I mean,
nah, I get it.
get it.
I'm playing, but like,
I wouldn't do it.
And like I said, it automatically.
I don't.
If I'm her, I'm automatically question mark. Automatically. Oh,
Yeah,
you told
see,
me this.
I wouldn't. I
Because
don't
you respect me.
Yeah, see,
What?
I'm the same.
10
Like,
years ago.
Like, yeah, I'm like,
Beep,
that
boop,
ain't
beep,
that.
boop, beep, boop, beep. Shirley, check Facebook. Look up this name. That's automatically what I'm
So
doing.
you're automatically thinking it wasn't 10 years ago. And they're
not
lying.
Even that. It's just that it's automatically now significant. And it's significant enough to the point that something that shouldn't matter, you're making it matter not only to you, but to me. Mm-hmm. You could have easily seen that person, known you fucked them 10 years ago. Hi, bye, how you doing? Even flirted a little bit. I probably would have been not the wiser. But you took it to the level where you felt like you needed to sit me down and tell me. Therefore, all of a sudden now, it's slick. Go.
That was it. All right, we're going to end it on this one. We're going to end it on this one. Okay. Would you be cool with your girl still being friends with your guy, your girl, your partner being friends with someone they had sex with?
Okay, so is it what kind of sex?
Intercourse, like they.
No, I mean like. Oh, sorry. By what kind of sex? I mean,
how significant?
Were they exes and they're friends now? Was it a one night stand and they still friends?
No, they weren't exes.
But they were like fuck buddies, I guess you could say.
They had more significant than
a one night stand. More significant than that.
More than one. They had it more than once.
I mean, if I'm I mean, if they don't want the other person, if I know that they don't know, if I know that they don't want the other person, I don't care.
Clearly they want
but if
you.
I know that just because you're in a relationship with somebody don't mean you don't cheat.
Well, here's the thing. I just feel like I wouldn't be in a complete relationship with somebody if that's the case.
Like exactly. Yeah. So
I didn't want to go that far though, Candice, but you are right. New people do cheat.
And if I know he don't give a fuck about the girl, but if I know that she on some.
But how do you know?
I don't know. I don't know. I just know. I don't know. I saw something. I saw them interact. I don't know. Her friend told. Possibly. However, you know. You know because
her friend. Okay, we got.
No,
okay.
however, it doesn't matter how I know. But
if
I know that the girl wants my man, then yes, I'm saying to my man, I don't want you to be friends with her because I know that she is trying to take you from me.
I think that's anybody though.
So you saying your womanly instincts would be like, shorty doing some shit.
No, I'm not saying that can be one reason how I know. I'm just saying it doesn't matter how I know. Maybe I saw her.
Yeah, she's saying it doesn't matter how she found out
I'm just
or
saying
how she feels.
That's the scenario.
She
the
says
scenario
she's gonna feel it.
The scenario is the other person likes your woman. The man likes your woman. You know that they're friends, but you also know that the nigga like her. So do you want her to be friends with him?
Wait, no, the nigga like her. No,
like you feel like you know.
See, but that's the difference between feel and know.
You know. You know that he likes her.
If I know.
Okay, well, this is the question then, Candice. Mike, do you ever get to the point where your feeling becomes a knowing?
No.
So he is a complete
because I feel that
I get it because
if it's that way, then we have discussed this. Now if it goes to me starting to feel that way, then I will bring it up to her like, hey.
It's just the way he processes information in his relationships. He's very I feel like he in a relationship is very much a like actual communication. So there is not like feelings or things left unsaid. Like he's very much I'm gonna sit you down.
That's
and
fine.
blah, blah,
After
blah, blah.
Right, and all of that. What is your answer? Would you want them to be friends?
Well,
or not?
I'd be cool with her if she has a male friend. If she has a male friend and they had sex before, but they're real cool friends, and now I'm cool with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like, again, like kind of what your answer was. If it was significant, if it was a person where it was an ex or whatever, and we're not talking about ex, and if it was like a fuck buddy, and I like kind of feel like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just, even if it's clear sexual attraction, you clearly like want it again. So,
and again,
that's the thing is like, I wouldn't be in a relationship though with somebody that I had to like tell them, you can't talk to them.
Right. If I'm at the point where I gotta tell you, like I don't want you to be friends with them. You saying,
and again, remember this
relationship
I'm speaking of. It has some years. This isn't. We're not talking. I'm not speaking and having like a.
I think this was just a general question from Candice though. Like just like not dealing with that situation.
No, I asked
just more.
Yeah.
What you mean?
Oh, this particular.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So like, I'm asking like having some years with this person. It's not like something because if it's new, it's a different right. So you have
the years, not years with the other person. You're talking about years with the person you're with.
Yes. Right. So like, so I'm gonna already know that. Because the thing is if they are cool with each other, that means they're gonna communicate, even if it's not every day. They're gonna have some type of form of communication where I'm gonna be knowing of something. You get what I'm saying? And so if it is told to me, yeah, we had a little thing or so like that. It was this time. I'm like, okay, cool. Because I have friends that I'm cool with. Yeah, we had a little ESP time. You know what I'm saying? So you had an ESP time, but it was like. But we're cool. We're respectable with each other. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, and because I think that for me to I just find it very, very hard. Just because you had sex with someone, you just got to cut them off. You can't be friends with them. I don't believe in that. Now, can it cause difficulties? Yes, it can. But I feel that as you grow older, as you mature, that if you can be friends with someone that you've had a sexual encounter with, because the thing is sex is a wonderful thing, but also sex has a high and a low. And the thing is when you at a certain point in your life, there is someone, like I said, they come along where you like, you want to just do it with that person. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like it's this, and even if you try to make it more or not, it doesn't say, oh, wow. No, we had no, it was
so
at
we
that
gotta
moment.
be together.
Or no, I can't be your friend. We laid in the bed. Like, no.
I just think the secure the parties are in a relationship, the more.
So you cool with your man?
Yeah. I said the only time that it's not okay is if I'm
she
questioning
like
is if the other person wants or is like literally trying to like steal him from me. And it's like can you tell her to like back the fuck up? Then we right here and I'm standing next to him and he's telling her to back the fuck up. And I'm like, yeah, back the fuck up. And no, y'all can't be friends anymore until I know that you don't like him anymore. Other than that, I don't get. Like I said, two secure parties make a beautiful thing because we are people and we should have freedom, which means friends, which means it is absolutely impossible to only be friends with your niggas. You know,
no, definitely is.
You know, people always say, especially dudes, men and women can't be friends. And I find that to be very untrue. However, it is kind of loaded because a lot of times people become friends after they have sex.
And
So
sometimes better friends. Most of the time.
Sometimes better friends, which that's just, you know, and that's just life. You know what I'm saying? Like Mike said, you're not going to fall in love with every person you have sex with. And, you know, sometimes sexual chemistry may not go away, but that's also a thing with security. Like, you're allowed to be like, women are fucking beautiful. Men are fucking beautiful. I know that my significant other will look at other beautiful women and be like, damn, shit, I'm going to look at her and be like, damn. You know, and I'm going to look at a fine man and look at a fine man. Because first of all, that's healthy for people, whether if you're in a relationship or not. I forgot what it's called, but like to like casually flirt and stuff with just people. That's good for your self-esteem. It's good for your your it's just like good for your like mental health, I guess. Obviously, do it in a not disrespectful way if you do have a significant other. But friends are
endorphins, right? I think
yeah,
endorphins.
something like that.
Word. I make up words.
But I mean, it's unhealthy to deprive yourself of just having healthy relationships with people who you may or may not have had a past with.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, people are people. And, sex is sex. Sex is important, but also sex is just kind of sex as well. Sex is at both ends of the spectrum. And it's what you make it to.
Is dependent on the connection.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Period. That's it.
Period. Poo.
Sex, like she said, it's just sex.
Like, we like, oh, man, you had, like, yeah, nigga. Like, I it's like, we're finna get out of here. That's what it's like.
That's what it's like, y'all.
No, but oh my God, I pulled the cord out. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my technical difficulties. We are back.
That was definitely a strong technical difficulty. Oh, wrong cord. So, all right, we're gonna get up out of here, guys. If y'all watching this video, make sure y'all comment. Leave comments under the videos. You know what I'm saying?
Don't tell us about your past podcasts that you listen to, because I don't want to hear that shit.
What?
I said, but don't tell us about the past podcast you listen to, because I don't want to hear that.
That is
shit.
a great
Unsolicited
Yeah,
information.
that is very unsolicited information. We don't care about those motherfuckers.
Nah,
they
I
ain't
think
us.
it's slick.
You know what I'm saying?
I think something wrong with you.
So make sure y'all leave comments. You know what I'm saying? Leave comments on the podcasts, on the podcast apps that y'all listen to, audio listeners. You know what I'm saying? If you want to leave comments on the YouTube, leave comments on the Instagram, on the
Please
Twitter.
don't watch while you're driving.
I mean, it depends on how your TV setup is. You feel me?
Hey, some
Like,
people. Hey, I used to have a magnetic car holder for my phone when I drove.
I guess it's the same as watching a map.
Yeah,
So
I'm
some
saying if you
people
gonna go,
some people be parking like even if you go pull over to the side of the road to get food or something and just be watching in the parking lot. Like people be literal.
That's not driving though. That's a stopped car. I'm talking about.
Like actual
point.
no,
Actually
don't do
driving.
that. You shouldn't have anything on while you're driving. Your phone shouldn't. You shouldn't have it in the mode where it can operate like that. If you're
Why do
driving,
people
'cause
look at maps while they drive?
they have the little car mode, the auto mode. It should
right.
be,
Yep.
In the mode where you can't watch stuff. Look.
Y'all know I'm not tech savvy, and I also do not own a car.
Yeah, right.
So
You don't be driving, so it's cool.
I hate people that say that. You know I ain't got no house, so you know I don't know how to stay inside. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, what?
if I don't have a car, why would I know? Like,
It's like in practice versus like general knowledge.
yeah.
I get it, but okay, all right.
Like auto apps just kind of dropped like in the last like 6 years.
No, I get it. I get it.
I was just been around for a minute.
I'm sorry, Rudolph. But
Hey, somebody said gone antlers on the thing, by the way. So
Thank you.
they was like, yeah, antlers.
okay.
Trying to get in the
Antler.
spirit since I won't be here for the last 2 weeks of December.
Antler lady.
Leaving us again,
So,
y'all.
oh yeah, she leaving us. So if y'all want to send y'all flowers and obituary
Look,
pictures,
it's just gonna be me and Mike on the couch. So if anybody want to send some home cooked meals, since the lady at the couch gonna be gone, we accept Zelle, PayPal, Cash App, front door.
front door. What is that?
Where you knock on the door and leave food.
Oh, got my ass.com.
Hey, I got a pie for y'all.
Visited by me. I did. I really did. Got my ass.com.
That should be an app too now.
Yes.
Hey, we gotta go on that.
All right.
That was funny as hell.
So we finna roll up out of here. Of course, I got my man to the right,
Mr. Gray.
and I got the lady at the couch.
Candice Joy.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're a new viewer. As always, make sure for all our audio listeners, you subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, and Spotify.
Spotify. Both y'all go high. Somebody gotta go low.
I mean, he was kind of like mid. I did.
I try to match Candice.
Oh, you don't.
We have to
You're
harmonize.
supposed to do
Thank
the
you.
Oh,
Gary.
I don't sing, so I don't know about
I just
singing.
always went high, so I just never changed.
When they go high, we go low.
I mean, I can go. No.
I ain't been low. Never mind.
Nah, I'm gonna drop it low. I'm gonna keep it there.
That's what she said. Also, on social media, make sure you follow us on Instagram, LFTC Podcast, on Twitter, LFTC_podcast. And as always, make sure you guys stay safe out there from COVID. Also, I
We
think
sanitized right before
We
this
set a
video.
record today, by the way. This is December 10th. We set a new record across the board. Deaths, cases, infections, everything.
yeah, LA is a little bloated right now. But we good. We negative as hell.
No, not LA.
The world.
The
world?
world.
Oh, shit.
3,000 deaths today. So
Guys, stay safe.
Yeah.
Mask up.
For
Again,
real.
if y'all trying to get on this
Take your
YB Ordinary.
echinacea, your elderberry, your oregano. Get all your fruits and vegetables in and keep that immune system nice and tight. And drink your waters.
She said nice and tight.
Yeah, I drink water. I don't worry about waters.
Drink your waters, okay, guys?
And also, again, if y'all trying to get on this, YB Ordinary Apparel, YB_Ordinary on Instagram. And
Bunny Hood on Teespring. That's BUNNYHOOD. And _X Hunter Gamma on Twitter. We gonna drop the links for y'all though.
of all of that. So y'all have a good day, good evening, whenever y'all listen to us. We up out of here. Yes, sir.